Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome to another video. So today I'm off down to Project Detail. I'm going to see my main man Ryan, and car's going in for some paint correction and a sealant package. So she's in the right state at the moment, so it'll be interesting to see what she looks like when she comes out on the other side. So I thought I'd bring you guys with me to see what's involved, and yeah, so I'll see you lot on the other side. I spy, what do I spy? Yes, man like Ryan.
Yo.
Ooh, Bayside, Splitty.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. Nice. Yeah, man. You saying, right? Good?
Yeah, you good?
Yeah, man.
So weather's a bit crap, innit? But
yeah, I know, that's what I thought,
should
man.
be right, man. An hour or so outside and then we'll be inside, man.
Okay, so what's the deal for today then? Paint correction and sealant package?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what does that involve then? Yes, me too.
So basically, like we say, we want to get, obviously, we want to get the vehicle clean, we want to get it decontaminated.
Yeah.
To get pretty much back to sort of like, back to clean. So not only just wash the dirt off, you need to clean all the lacquer,
right.
Get the lacquer prepped, ready to machine polish, otherwise you're just polishing all the dirt that's in the lacquer,
yeah.
Putting that out into the pad,
right.
And just trying to clean the car with a dirty pad.
Right, right.
So we'll get it washed, we'll get it decontaminated, we'll get everything, full deep clean, wheels, arches, full bodywork, door shuts,
lovely.
Everything done, dusted, and then obviously it'll come in here. And then we'll start looking into then, obviously getting all the clay barring and that done.
Right, okay.
If it stays dryish outside, you know, probably clay bar outside, but right. It can take sort of 45 minutes to an hour normally.
Right, right, okay.
You know what I mean? So you don't want to go getting soaking wet outside for too long.
And for those who don't know, like me, what does clay barring do?
Clay barring basically, if you were to imagine, if you look at this for instance,
yeah.
On the in the lacquer,
yeah.
You get contaminants,
right?
From stuff like brake dust.
Yeah.
Exhaust fumes can create contaminants, just general stuff that's in the air. And once that lands on the car, once it stays on the car for so long, it'll sit into the lacquer. Right. So if anybody's watching this, if you were to get your hand and put your hand across your paintwork like that, you'll hear your hand moving across the paintwork. You'll hear like a scratching, sort of, almost like a sandpaper feel to it. Right. Whereas if you bring that closer, you bring that camera closer, yeah, and you listen. Nothing. Yeah. Pure silence. Right. That's what we need to get yours back to first before we start machine polishing.
Right, okay. And that's what the clay barring
does. Yeah.
Right, okay.
And obviously the decontamination stage can be 3 stages. So you've got tar and glue to remove all the tar spots on the sides of the car. Yeah. Sometimes it can be on the bonnet and stuff like that where it just flicks up. Yeah. And then obviously fallout remover, which is, again, that's just to basically remove any fallout. So imagine brake dust. Yeah. It comes all up the sides of the car, isn't it? Yeah. How many cars are on the road? It's all in the air, it's everywhere. Yeah. So that remove all that, and then the clay bar then is your last stage, just to get it right back to smooth. Right. So you're back to then to what it would have come like out of the factory almost. Right, okay. Not out of the factory, but out of a body shop. So like this one. Yeah. That's just come out of a body shop. So that's got no contaminant on it whatsoever, because it's fresh paint. That's not even been polished or waxed or anything. That's just literally come straight out of the body shop. Yeah, yeah. Nice. Okay, cool. And how much would this kind of package cost? Normally it varies, really. It varies from 150 to 200 quid, depending on the car. Right, okay. So you go by age, you go by condition, you go by size. Yeah. It's hard to sort of quote without seeing a car sometimes, because although someone says, well, I've got a 2016 car. Yeah. For all I know, that car might not have been cleaned or washed or anything for the last like year. Yeah, yeah, or if it has, it might have had a wash every week by these little sort of backstreet car washers nowadays, which use dirty water, dirty like wash mitts. Yeah, yeah. You know what I mean? Don't do the right processes, drop stuff on the floor and carry on using it on your car. Okay. Which that creates, then obviously that's where you get all your marring and your swirls from. Yeah, it's from dirty cloths and done just basically just a raw wash process altogether. Okay, cool. So if anyone
comes to see you and mentions this video, can they get any like kind of discount?
Yeah,
they can. Yeah,
definitely. Yeah.
Okay.
What I tend to been doing at the minute is I know we were offering 10% off of the video, weren't we, for the car?
Yeah.
Well, now what I started doing is anybody that is recommending, if they're going for a full package, I'm knocking 25 quid straight off the price.
Right. Okay.
And that's not because I'm quiet.
Guys, you heard it from the man himself. You book in with Ryan for this package that I'm having done now on the car, and you'll get 25 quid knocked off. Can't say any better than that now, can we?
No.
All right, then, so let's get cracking. And what products are we going to be using today then?
We've got a bit of everything in a minute. I was using these car care just for the pure simple fact is that I've got some real good quality products for the money, especially for somebody that's using quite a bit. You know what I mean, you go through it quite often, so you need something that's sort of good value for money, but at the same time does a good job.
Yeah.
So at the minute I've been using a bit of Easy car care, but I've also been in contact with Auto Bright.
Since you put your fingers in the hole that big, I bet.
Yeah, I mean.
So what's that? That is actually...
That is clay bar, yeah.
That's the clay bar, is it?
Yeah.
Just feels like plasticine.
It's weird, isn't it? Don't really get a bit of temperature into it and get a bit of warmth in it, and
so you do just wet it a little bit, and then you just
some of them you've got to use. They recommend you use like a clay bar lubricant, which most people you can use you could use a quick detailing spray if you want.
Right. Okay.
But this one you can use you can just use soapy water, look, because all you need is a lubricant there, because otherwise it'll basically stick to the paint on dry spots. Okay. You'll feel it catch it.
So basically what you do with that is then you just rub it over the car and it just picks up all the shit off the car, yeah?
Yeah. You'll see now in certain places, it depends how bad it is, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Most cars you find they're terrible and it comes off and you'll see. But majority of the time, it all sort of varies on obviously how much sort of how good the paint is in condition, do you know what I mean? So you would literally do that and then you literally get it into a nice little shape in your hand, so you're not going to drop it on the floor. Sometimes you can spend hours doing it,
but you'd actually feel the bad spots while you're doing it.
You'll feel it grabbing in your hand, but then you can obviously attack that spot sort of more so than you would the rest of it.
Right.
Then after a while, you can just literally just start to feel it just glide across nicely, and that's when you know then that you've picked up
most of the crap.
Most of the crap, yeah, exactly. And you can use it on everything. They don't recommend you use it too much on plastics, like black plastics that aren't painted.
Smells lovely. So how long would that bar last you?
Varies really. If you drop them, they recommend you throw it away and get another one.
Right.
But majority of the time I tend to do probably, I don't know, 3 or 4 cars of them.
Oh, okay.
And then get rid of it.
And is it expensive?
Not really, it depends on where you buy it from. I think they range really. I think the cheapest one I bought before, as you can see there, look, it's not really picked up much yet. Like, you can see it's starting to get a bit dirty near the edges.
Yeah.
But sometimes on certain cars you find that it'll be black within literally like minutes. But yeah, they vary really. You can buy, I think the cheapest one I bought before was Vanet Pro do one. And they come in different grades, so you've got like a sort of soft, medium and a hard. Right. I think I bought the medium one last time. And I think it was only about 7 quid, I think. 7 or 8 quid.
What's that you're putting in now?
This is like aqua wax, so it's like a rinsey.
Right, okay.
So the water doesn't stay on there anymore.
Okay, yeah. So right, what are you doing today? Will that help anything with the scratches?
Some of the light scratches will probably come out.
Yeah.
It all depends on how sort of deep they are.
Yeah.
Normally the rule I go by, what most people go by, is if you can feel it with your finger now.
Yeah.
Then it's probably not going to come out.
Right. So as you can see here, it's loads, isn't there?
Yeah. That's just basic. That's in the clear coat.
Yeah.
That's what we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
So majority of the time, I normally attack the bonnet and that first. I normally do the bonnet and the wings.
Yeah.
And then I'll make my way down through and then I'll do the doors.
So it's polish time. So what do you do now? Is it a compound polish you're going to put on there?
I'm going to try the single stage one first. Because being jack paint,
yeah.
sometimes they're quite soft.
Right.
So that's quite a firm, heavy polishing pad.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's got a heavy cut to it. So it's one of the highest pads in polishing before you get into your cutting pads.
Right. So guys, I don't know how well the camera's going to pick it up, but the sheet is looking pretty funky fresh right about now. So you're done with the polishing now, right, yeah?
Yeah, man, that's the polishing done.
So what's next on the agenda?
Next on the agenda now will be to what they call IPA, wipe it down, so that's just like a degreaser.
Right.
Just to remove any silicones and silicones, should I say.
Right.
And then obviously any greases that are in the oils in the polish.
Okay, and what are you going to use for that?
That'd be a proper degreaser that they use in like body shops.
Okay.
So a slow drying degreaser.
Like this stuff here.
That stuff there, yeah. So they use it in body shops before and after they paint stuff, and because it just removes all the grease and dirt and
right.
There's not going to be dirt, but it's going to be grease and there's going to be oils and stuff like that now sat on the paint from polishing.
Right. Okay.
That's what keeps polish lubricated. So the plan would be is to get a nice fresh cloth in a minute.
Yeah.
And give the car a full wipe down with that.
So this is a wax you're putting on now, right? Yeah.
Yeah, this is a wax from Auto Finesse. Excuse me. Temptation Luxury Car Wax.
Okay. So you've just put a degreaser on, so this now is going to act as a sealant kind of thing.
This will give you. I think this lasts for. I'm sure is that for 6 months.
For 6 months.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
But like you said, you're going to keep on top of it anyway, aren't you? So at the end of the day, getting it washed. If you use somebody decent to wash it, somebody like myself that uses like pH neutral snow foam and shampoos and stuff like that where I ain't got any alkaline based stuff in it.
Yeah.
The sealant you can just keep topping up. You've seen earlier, didn't you? Just with the spray sealant for the drying aid that I use.
Yeah.
You put that on every wash and you'll just keep topping up on what's there and it'll always stay looking nice and fresh then, though.
Right, okay.
And then it's easy to, sometimes the paint sealant's okay, but it's like if you don't allow it to cure properly, which I don't know whether it's hot enough to cure, it might not do its job properly.
Right, okay.
Whereas with this stuff, this is literally sort of thing where you can just do half the car, buff it off, do the other half, buff it off. And this will literally just create, well, you wait when you go outside and you get a bit of rain on it. It'll literally just be lovely and just nice bit of protection.
So what's this now, right? Is this the rain repellent stuff, is it?
Rain repellent, yeah, man.
Okay, cool. So guys, we're all done here at Project Detail, basically. and you saw what the car was like before, and you can see what it's like now. It's like a totally different car, and I've got to be honest, I'm not just saying it for the purpose of the video. It feels it feels really smooth as well. As before, when I was running my hand along it, you could feel like all the little bumps and the pit marks and everything else. So it feels really good, and not only does it feel good, it looks great as well. So Ryan just doing a few finishing touches on her now. She's looking as fresh as ever. And as always, guys, I will leave in the description links to Ryan and Project Detail. And don't forget, if you mention this video, you can get 25 quid knocked off this package that we've had done now. So get in touch with Ryan, he'll discuss the prices with you and everything else. But yeah, job well done, as always.